Hello students, welcome back to chemistry class. So in class 11th, today we will discuss our chapter that is organic chemistry. That is organic chemistry. Organic chemistry. Okay. So in this, yesterday we discussed some points, so we will solve some example. I would like to write some points about that. With the help of that we can explain the problems. What is that? Here single bond equal 1 sigma bond, double bond equal 1 sigma and 1 pi, and triple bond equal 1 sigma and 2 pi. Okay, so here we will discuss that. What is that? One example is given there. So it is being asked here, like this compound is there. Like this compound I wrote. If I am writing this one, and I am asking number of sigma and pi bonds here. Number of sigma and pi bonds. So here we can calculate number of sigma and pi bond. So it is more better if we write this in expanded form here, like this. Like this. If I am writing here, hydrogen there, double bond H and triple bond and CH, like this I wrote. So sigma bond here, single bond is there. So single bond, how many single? This sigma bond is being asked. So in sigma bond, what you will see there? How many single bonds are there? Just you see. Just all of you see here. How many sigma bonds are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sigma bond are there. Means just I have counted only single bond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Understand? So 8 single bonds are there. So single bond equal to sigma bond. Equal to sigma bond. Okay, so how many single bonds are there? 8 single bond means 8 sigma bond. Just all of us here. And I have already told in double bond 1 pi bond, 1 sigma bond. 1 pi bond and 1 sigma bond. So here 1 sigma and 1 pi there, and in triple bond 1 sigma and 2 pi. 1 sigma and 2 pi. So 2 more sigma are there. So what we can see? Sigma plus 2. 2 sigma means these two will be included. So total sigma is 10 sigma bond. Understand? And pi bond equal 1 pi bond, 2 pi bond here. In triple bond there are 2 pi bond and 1 sigma bond. So 2 pi here and 1 pi there. So total pi plus 2 pi equal 3 pi. So total number of sigma and pi bonds in this molecule is 10 sigma and 3 pi. And other bases we can calculate like this also. 3 pi. Okay. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here in double bond 1 sigma and 1 pi. So 6, 7, 8, here also 9, and there 10. So how many sigma bonds are there? 10 sigma bonds are there. Okay, and pi in double bond 1 pi is there, 1 pi, and in triple bond there are 2 pi. So pi plus 2 pi equal 3 pi. So number of sigma and pi bond is equal to sigma bond, number of sigma bond is 10 and number of pi bond is. So number of sigma and pi bonds in this given molecule is like this. Let us see another example. With that we will see. And let us see here another example I am taking here. So another example here, if I am taking, okay, here. So can you calculate sigma and pi bond in this? Just you calculate sigma and pi bond. So 3 sigma, because hydrogen form single bond. So 3 hydrogen, 3 and 1 carbon, 4, and here 5 and 1 sigma bond is between this double bond, 1 sigma bond. So 6, and here hydrogen 7, this one 8, and here also 1 sigma bond 9, and there also 1 sigma bond 10, and this is hydrogen. I will write here hydrogen. This is 11, and this is the 1 sigma bond there 12 and 3. So 15. How many sigma bonds are 15? And pi bonds, 1 pi here and 2 pi there and 1 pi there. So pi bonds are there. How many pi bonds are there? Number of pi bond is equal to 4. 2, 3, 4. So number of pi bond equal to 4 pi bonds. Okay students. So like this we can write the structure. And some more example, with the help of sigma bond. With the help of sigma bond, we can tell the hybridization of the given compound. Like this, just you see here sigma bond. Let us see like this. If I wrote CH4, so to count sigma bond, we should write like this structure. Like this structure we should write. And in this sigma bond, and sigma bond. So what is the hybridization of this carbon? So on the basis of number of sigma bond, we can say the hybridization of the given carbon or given atom in a compound. So in methane, the hybridization of this one is, what is that? sp3. So you will be surprised that how does it sp3? You will be surprised that how is it sp3? So I am telling that on the basis of sigma bond, we can say the hybridization of the atom. So here sigma bond and hybridization. Sigma bond and hybridization. Okay. So here just I am writing, if 2 sigma bonds are there, that is sp hybridization. Understand? If 3 sigma bonds are there, so there is sp2 hybridization. If 4 sigma bonds are there, that is sp3 hybridization. So on this basis we can say hybridization of this. Hybridization of this one we can say on the basis of number of sigma bond. So how many sigma bonds are there here? How many sigma bonds are here? So the how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. So what will be the hybridization? Hybridization of this one is sp3. If I am writing this one, let's all of you see here. So can you do it? CH3 single bond, CH double bond, CH, C triple bond, CH. Could you tell the hybridization of this one? Each carbon, it's dependent on number of sigma bonds. If you are able to calculate the number of sigma bonds, you can say the hybridization state of each carbon in the given compound. So let us see how to write the hybridization of this one. Here, what is that? How many sigma bonds are there? Here 4 sigma bond. On this it is 4 sigma bond. Okay. So we can say like this, 4 sigma bond. So what will be the hybridization? sp3. For this, what is, how many sigma bonds are there? 3 sigma bonds, 1, 2 and 1, 3. So what is sp2? There 1 2 1 3 sp2 hybridization, and there 1 2 sp hybridization, and that also sp hybridization. Okay, and one more point I told that time, electronegativity increases with increase of S character in hybrid orbital, in hybrid orbital. So if I ask you that which one is highly electronegative, so that two are highly electronegative because S character is more. S character in these two is more. In these two, it is intermediate and it has least. So among this means sp2 sp hybridized carbon is more electronegative than sp2, and sp2 is more electronegative than sp3 because percentage of S character increases in this hybrid orbital. And you know that S orbital is closer to nucleus, so it forms short and stronger bond. Short and stronger bond, and if electronegativity increases, so it also forms stronger bonds. Okay, students. So students, our topic is next topic is structural representation of organic compounds. Structural representation of organic compound. In these compounds, we will see how the organic compounds can be represented and what are the different ways by that we can represent the organic compounds. So organic compounds can be represented in different ways. What are that? What is that? Dot structure. Dot structure. Dot structure, okay. Dash structure, dot structure, condensed structure, condensed structure, and dot structure, dash structure, condensed structure, and line structure. Line structure. These are the four ways. There are four ways by that we can represent the structure of organic compound. So dot structure or Lewis structure. Lewis structure, this is also known as Lewis structure. So you have studied this dot structure, Lewis structure, dash structure, and condensed structure, and line structure. You have studied in chapter 4th, chemical bonding, bond formation. You have studied, but we will discuss here. We are going to discuss here, and I want to say that this is my channel name, Chemistry with Santosh Pandey sir. If you want, you can subscribe it. If any clarification you want, if you could not understand during the class time, so personally you can comment there on my channel, and I will give clarification to you. Personally, I will send you video related to that topic to you. So, if you are subscribed my channel, Chemistry with Santosh Pandey sir, any confirmation, any information, any query for chemistry, you can ask me, you can comment me, and I will provide that. So, if you want, you can subscribe my channel for more updating chemistry videos. And if you subscribe, so if you have some doubts and some other problems related to chemistry, you can ask me anytime. Okay, so let us come to our point. So here dot structure, Lewis dot structure. So in Lewis dot structure we have seen like this. If I am writing this CH4, okay. So Lewis dot structure, what will be that? Lewis dot, you know that carbon. What is that? Carbon. Atomic number is 6. Electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 2 like this. Hydrogen 1. So what is 1s1 like this. Okay. So for this here, what is carbon valency? Carbon valency is 4 and hydrogen valency is 4. Okay. sorry, hydrogen valency is 1. So carbon valency, here electrons are being shown like dot. Okay, and how many hydrogen are there? 4 hydrogen. So nearby that you put hydrogen, nearby that you put hydrogen. Okay, and here hydrogen electrons are shown like this, I am showing like this. Okay, understood? So in this, you know that what is the way to complete octet, and each atom has decided to complete its nearest noble gas electronic configuration. Means how many electrons that nearest gas that nearest element has they try to achieve, and except helium, other noble gases have 8 electrons in outermost. So except hydrogen, other elements always try to get 8 electrons in outermost. So here hydrogen, how many electrons needed? 2 electrons. So this is this for this, like this, like this. Okay. So hydrogen got 2 electrons, and now for carbon, so like this we show. So here carbon also got 8 electrons. We see that carbon got 8 electrons. So this is, what is that? This is dot structure. What is dot structure? Okay, and further here what we have seen there, just to see, carbon is there, hydrogen there. Okay, hydrogen is there, and dash structure we can show 1 electron given by that and 1 to that. So they have each have given 1 electron for sharing. So this, like this also, like this also, like this, and each has 2 electron, like this. So octet of carbon also completed, and this also achieved the electronic configuration of nearest noble gas. So this is, what is this? This is dash structure. Dash structure. Okay. And next is, what is that next? So what is this? I wrote this structure. So this is another way we can write it is in, it is standard form. Okay, it is in dash structure. It is dash structure because we will show like that only. Here 2 hydrogen, there is one that side and one there, like this. If we want to write in condensed form, so condensed form, what is that condensed form? Like this we can show. Here, how many similar groups are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what I can write, just you see, and there we will not show single bond. So I am writing like this: CH3, CH, double bond CH, understand? And 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is that? 4 CH2 and CH3. So this is condensed form. Okay, what is this? This is condensed form, means we are omitting the bonds, single bonds we do not show there, and this is condensed structure. So here I will write like this. This is condensed structure, and this one is dash-like structure. Understand? So difference between condensed and dash-like structure means we have shown it in short like this, and we have not shown the single bonds. Understand? So like this we say this is the condensed structure. For many molecules, condensed structure can be written. For different molecules, we can write a condensed structure. And last is what? Line structure. So let us see what is line structure. So if like this I am writing here, just let us see. If I wrote just here line structure. For this I can write line structure. Here I will make CH2. Okay. How many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So here we are writing line structure. For one carbon we are writing line structure. Okay. Here, and how many carbons are there? Just you see how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And at the end, it denote alkyl group. It denote alkyl group. And here carbon is there. Carbon is also there. Carbon is there. Understood? So what is this? And here appropriate hydrogen is there. Appropriate hydrogen. So CH2 like that. CH2, 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 CH2 and CH2. Understand? So this is bond line structure. If somebody is drawing like this, it means there and here ethyl group are there. Sorry, alkyl group are there like CH3 and there also CH3. And this is bond line structure. And at each fold, at each folding, at each corner we can say there is carbon. So how many carbons are in this also? Let us see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 in this also. Okay, like this we can write. And here it at each fold. At each fold we can see that the appropriate hydrogens are there. Okay, so you remember this, like this bond line structure can be represented. So if I am writing like this line structure, how many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So here like this. Okay, if like this only written, then you have to remember this. What you have to remember? There is methyl group, CH3 group, and here also methyl group. So on this basis, and here if in this like this, it is shown like this. If some double bond is there, double bond may be there. So according that we have to adjust hydrogen here. Here hydrogen like that in double bond we see na same condition hydrogen will balance, and you know that carbon balance is 4. So always carbon balance will be 4. That time we have to adjust the hydrogen like this. If we are writing for showing you CH and CH. Okay. So valency of carbon is 4. And one point you should remember that the valency of carbon is always 4. Wherever it is present, the valency of carbon is 4. So students, please watch this video. If you understood whatever I taught, please subscribe my channel Chemistry with Santosh Pandey Sir. For any query, for any information, you can comment on this channel. Okay, thank you students.